singing in the rain, just sing.
Hey there guys, how's it going? And welcome to part 2 of my top 10 disappointing movies of 2015. I already went over the first half of the list in the previous video, and today I'm gonna go over the second half from number 5 to number 1, so here we go. At number 5 is Black Mass, a film in which Johnny Depp plays a real-life gangster, James Whitey Bulger, by wearing heavy makeup and wigs. His performance is by far the best thing about this film. In fact, all the performances in the film are pretty damn solid. Now that I think about it, there are many things to like about this film. It's not a bad movie, it's pretty decent, but the reason why I put this on my list is because it felt too by the number. It's based on such a fascinating true story, but the way the filmmakers told this story was rather procedural, and the film ends when things become really interesting. There isn't really much depth to it, you don't get too emotionally attached to any of the characters, and it's all about the surface. It's good surface, but I wanted something more than that. At number 4 is Jupiter Ascending, the latest film by the Wachowskis. It cost about $175 million to make, but only made about $200 million worldwide. It's a sci-fi movie, so there's a lot of stuff in it. Spaceships, creatures, planets with complicated names, Channing Tatum playing a character who is a hybrid of human and wolf, and Eddie Redmayne doing this very weird voice thing for which you can hardly understand what he's saying. And he goes on and on and on for about 2 hours of the running time, and I really wanted to like it. I'm a big fan of the Wachowskis, but it is just a bad movie. At number 3 is an independent film that pretty much nobody saw, and it's called Meadowland. Never heard of it? That's fine, because you're not missing anything. It's about a depressed couple played by Olivia Wilde and Luke Wilson trying to move on with their lives. Some tragic event happened to them and they're depressed, they don't talk to each other, everything is so grey and dull and suffocating. It also has people such as Giovanni Ribisi, Elizabeth Moss, Juno Temple, and John Leguizamo. It's a really good cast, and I hated it. Depression is not an easy subject to make a movie about. Last year's The Skeleton Twins did a marvelous job of showing people overcoming depression through laughs and love, and that's why I love that movie, because it was terrific, but not Meadowland. It doesn't have a good story, the dialogue is terrible, the characters are so shallow and lifeless, and there is this very melancholic score from start to finish. It currently holds 100% on Rotten Tomatoes, so maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I got it wrong. So if any of you happen to see this film and like it, please tell me why it is a good film and why I should take back everything I just said, because I hated it. At number 2 of my top 10 disappointing films of the year is another huge box office bomb. It is one of the most original, imaginative, and ambitious films of the year, and that is Brad Bird's Tomorrowland. I think there is so much to admire about this film. It has a great central idea, positive message about creativity, dreams, hope, and there are some really cool visual effects. But everything around them is just all over the place, and the love story thing between an android and George Clooney's character, yeah, it was kind of creepy. And here we are, the most disappointing movie I've seen all year. Came out around the same time as Tomorrowland. It is a star-studded film written and directed by one of my all-time favorite filmmakers named Cameron Crowe. That's right, I'm talking about Aloha. A catastrophic mess of a film that makes absolutely no sense. It is one of the few films from this year that made me go, what the hell am I watching? And what the fuck are these characters talking about? And it is a shame, because Cameron Crowe is a wonderful writer. He writes such interesting dialogue, even in some mediocre films like Elizabethtown, which, by the way, I defend most of the time because I don't think it's that terrible. I think it's sweet, I think it's charming at points, and there are some really good laughs. In the case of Aloha, I never laughed. I never smiled. I never chuckled or grinned. I was just confused throughout. I couldn't figure out what the story was about, the characters were bland, the dialogue was just a bunch of bullshit. I mean, I'm shocked that this film was even made with such a terrific cast. It is without a doubt the worst Cameron Crowe movie ever. I think he really hit the lowest of low with this film. I still haven't lost my faith in him. I believe he is still capable of making another great film, but it was pretty damn close. So here are my top 10 disappointing movies of 2015. At number 10, American Ultra. Number 9, Focus. Number 8, The Man from U.N.C.L.E. Number 7, Chappie. Number 6, Jurassic World. Number 5, Black Mass. Number 4, Jupiter Ascending. Number 3, Meadowland. Number 2, Tomorrowland. And number 1, Aloha. What are your thoughts on these films, and what are some of the most disappointing movies you've seen this year? Let me know in the comments down below, and make sure to tune in next week because I'm gonna talk about my top 10 favorite films of 2015. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video.